Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to our Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play. In the last episode, we had a lot of fun chasing chickens and slaughtering goblins. So today, we're going to start this episode by dialing it back a little bit from there and having some nice camp time with our companions because I am sure there's a lot of interesting things that we can learn from them. We dive into the lore a bit. And we'll start with Gale.
What's on your mind?
Okay, Gale does not have anything interesting for us. So go to Will.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Let's see. Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
Hmm. And he named you the Blade of Frontiers?
No, but he named me friend, and that meant the world. But what of the others? The children never saved, the cries never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
And before that?
Baldur's Gate, born and raised, the only son of a single father. He wanted one life for me. I chose another. We haven't spoken since I left the city. A classic drama. A staunch father and his rebellious son. Better heard from the bard's lips than mine.
How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Hmm. I think we may go over there and see after this, like, what's up with Karlach. We do have her on our map. As much as I do want to find Halsin. Well, actually, yeah, we'll stick to that. We'll go and after we're done with the companions here, we'll go over there and we'll free Halsin. We'll finish up one quest at a time. So we'll go over there. We said we were gonna do Halsin, so we'll do Halsin. And then after that, um, we'll put this higher up on our bucket list. So we just saw up here. He said, Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told me, and she was planning to return. So who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Okay, well, let's move on to other matters.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
I've noticed your stone eye. Did you lose it in battle?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Okay, I'd like to talk about
By
something
all
else. I
means.
think that's all we have.
Anything more we should discuss?
We'll just leave. Let's see what we have here. Blade of Frontiers. Hunt down Karlach. Yeah. Gotta go sign Halzen. Do that. So what do we know of Lae'zel so far? She just wants to go find a creche. Let's see if she has anything to say outside of that.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki's Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
Are you sure a creche is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zathis purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Man, when talking to Will and talking to Lae'zel here, I just thinking that knowing knowing that Baldur's Gate 3 comes from, like, 5th edition D&D just makes me like really intrigued in like the lore and the geography and like all of that. I just kind of wish I had more of a background coming into this game. I hope this game can kind of teach us more about it. That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
The astral, what did you just call it? The astral sea is like basically kind of like their space, and they're going to different dimensions, which I think the Githyanki are part of like a different plane of existence. It's kind of like a different planet, I guess. But, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay, we'll just go out and say it. You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I've never heard of your kind until my capture.
I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Bro. Really, thanks for noticing.
It was an observation, not a compliment. No matter. I do not intend to stay long in this place.
So that's probably why she's looking at me differently? So is it me, or have you been looking at me differently?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Okay. And what about now?
Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Yeah. Coming on to me?
Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
What was all that about me having a big nose then? I go for it. Yes. I want to share my body with you.
Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Right, well, we haven't really done anything, and we just got that. Very interesting.
Speak.
You said I've earned your respect, so why are you so rude all the time?
If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be, say what I must be, to survive every beast I face and every wound I bear.
Fair enough. Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Gonna leave then. It's a 180 flip in emotions there. Would leave a lot of people confused. Mixed, what do most people call it? Mixed readings? Yeah, what it is.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something?
You praying? What do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
Yeah, no reason for us not to stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
This seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
So with Lae'zel, it seems like it's definitely on more of a physical level. But it's kind of interesting if you have more of an emotional connection with Shadowheart. So we kind of giving the two sides, or two different types of relationships here. How am I holding up to your estimations?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
Well, can't really remember anything. The other stuff. Yeah, why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow.
And why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Is there anything I can do to help with it?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think we're going to get too much out of her, because, like, she's saying that she doesn't really remember anything, but let's see if we can learn anything about Shar. Kind of interested in the gods' lore. I have no problem with Shar worshippers, if that's what concerns you. Be an easy roll.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Remind me.
My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
Fascinating. Please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
Okay. How exactly do Shar worshippers turn people to their goddess?
We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't sound convincing. You should tell me more sometime.
You're wiser than most. Many people balk at our doctrine. It's the reason why we cherish secrecy. You've a habit of saying all the right things. Either you're very glib or we're kindred spirits. Maybe both, knowing myself. But yes, once we've saved ourselves, we can talk more on this.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this game is like some other RPGs where you can like pick a religion or you can pick like a factions that you can side with. But if like the followers of Shar are like a faction you can go into, I'd be kind of interested to have this character go into it. And I'm not saying that just because it's Shadowheart. Okay, I'm saying it because I genuinely think that since our character is kind of like an urchin and they grew up on like the streets of Baldur's Gate, I think it actually makes a lot of sense for them to try to find a purpose in something else. Like for an interesting character development story, you know? Now this is just because it's for Shadowheart. I want to get to know you more, Shadowheart.
You already already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Tell me something about yourself besides Shar and besides tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Can't swim. Well, maybe you weren't wearing armor. Let's flirt a little bit. You'll have to point out night orchids to me if we ever pass them.
It's a deal.
Anything else you'd care to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Or no other matters. Alright, cool. It seems like we talked to all of our companions. What's up, Withers? But I don't think Withers counts. He just kind of there to revive people and to respec our class. I'm actually, you know, kind of wondering about like Shadowheart, because you're having like your memories wiped. I wonder like how that would affect you, you know, like you don't know who you are. It's kind of like how, oh, that's well, it's like a deep conversation, you know. Won't get into that today. But anyway, let's take a look at. Oh, looks like we learned a little bit more. Spoke to Shadowheart about the pain. We discovered she worships the goddess Shar. She told us she allowed her memory to be suppressed so she can serve Shar. She needs to reach Baldur's Gate. Part of her training, punishing her to whatever she strays from Shar's teaching. We promise to help Shadowheart find a way to alleviate her pain. Yeah, because apparently she's just like constantly doing things that piss off Shar. Well, I mean, let's see where we left off. Oh, right, we were in this camp and we were killing all the goblins. Go ahead and loot their bodies, I guess, while we're here. Man, I wonder when we're gonna get to Baldur's Gate. I don't know how long it takes for us to get there. I haven't looked up anything in the game, so I'm kind of wondering if like Baldur's Gate is you know, is it Act 2 or is it Act 3? Because so far, I mean, let's just check how much time we have in the game here while we make another save point. So I'm pretty sure this tells us the total time in the playthrough. We have 8 hours. I think we're on this is episode 9 that I'm recording right now. We're at 8 hours in, and we still have this entire top portion of the map, you know, not including anything that, you know, like this is an instance, I'm pretty sure, like this temple that we have to go into. And I imagine the inside instance is way bigger. It's like the Emerald Grove has an instance as well. Speaking of which, we're gonna go back there and sell some stuff. We're encumbered right now. But yeah, man. See if we can hand off some stuff here.
You seem to know a good deal about our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
On occasion.
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the content so far, you know, feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me how you feel about what we learned about our companions here, and who your favorite companion is now so far, or who you want to know more about.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
Okay, so I think we'll go shopping here, and I'll probably edit this out. So I will see you guys when you guys, or when I'm done with the shop. Alright, welcome back. Just finished my shopping spree. We sold a bunch of stuff. Our inventory is still kind of heavy just because of the, I think it's the food that we're carrying, to be honest with you. I think we'll transfer some of this food over to, we'll give it to Lae'zel. There we go, problem solved. We'll give this to Heart. And with our money, we bought a new bow for ourselves. So we have the Spell Thief. Once per short rest, I gain a level 1 spell slot where I can land a critical hit with the Spell Thief. And then I also got a new ability here, which is Brace. It spends 6 meters of my movement speed for the rest of my turn. Roll range damage twice and use the highest result. So there you go.
We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose.
I assume that this...
That's not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No?
Oh, I regain a spell slot when I land a critical hit. Okay, I see. So I could theoretically kind of like respec into a ranger. I think we might do that along the lines. We'll see how we're feeling later. Now that our inventory is nice and empty, guess we'll head back here to the Goblin camp. I don't know, there has to be like a waypoint there, right? It's kind of a far walk.
Haven't seen that.
Well, I guess it's not that far. Hey guys, we're back. Recognize us? We only killed like your entire camp. When we first started playing the game, like especially coming from DOS 2, I had like a sprint mod on. The movement speed feels kind of slow, but to be honest with you, it's really not that bad. Get used to it, especially. Oh, there's literally a waypoint right here. Did we just go there? We need to touch it.
Of course.
More heretical symbols.
You kill him? Nah, he captured him.
Like these guys didn't get the memo that we were killing their entire like squad. The whole camp. Doesn't look like we have the same XP here, which is kind of strange. Let's see if we can interact with them.
Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Elves. Think you rule the world. Ah!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Since we can only use this once, we're probably not going to use it on this guy over here. Yeah, a lot of assumptions here. I don't think I'm better than anyone else.
Everyone says that. And then they spit in our faces. But no more. Things are changing.
Our character can
We've
get
got
behind
the
that.
absolute on our side now.
We're an urchin.
You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot,
Oh, but we're not gonna do that though.
or I'll wipe that nasty look right off your pretty face.
End him or leave him. But don't you dare grovel to this slug.
You not see my bow right now, bro? I'd sooner spit in your face. That's the urchin coming out.
What was that?
I said, I'd spit in your face. Was it unclear, or do you need a demonstration?
You want your teeth knocked in? I can do that.
Hmm. Who wants to tussle? Threatened.
Stop! Stop! Good. Again.
What they be doing? Attacking on Raya only? Let's go for big boy here. Boom!
Wait! I yield! I yield!
Big man.
Take his head.
Little man now,
He
huh?
won't be putting it to good use.
Ah, I think my point's been made. I'll help you up.
You're looking down on me as well. I can get up by myself.
Courtesy is quite wasted on this fellow, I see.
I'm saying.
Arrogant pig.
Just be careful, bro.
Crazy, deranged monsters. You shouldn't be allowed in here. I've got to take a piss.
Nobody's ever beaten Crusher.
Duck's talking to shit, bro.
You're like the best guy I ever met. You just kicked him. Like kicked Crusher's ass. It's a secret, right? Between you and me. But I think I like you better. But don't tell him.
I think I like you better too, man. No way. Alright, we got like a shit ton of gold from this lady. Is that like a... I wonder... I'll have to try that. This game has so much replayability. I feel like going back and... actually, let's go into the temple, but... I feel like going back next time I come through here, another character, and seeing if that's like a gold exploit. Because she never pays you, right? But I ended up getting 600 gold, like 630 gold from winning and losing that one time. So I lost the 30 gold, but then I gained the extra 300 gold, so it's 630.
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Oh, but before we talk to
So
Gale
much
here,
fun that
finish my
those
thought.
thieves
I
almost
wonder if
got
that is a gold
past.
exploit. You can go back and just make like infinite gold from winning over and over again. Granted, you have the capital to invest, right?
Might be we'll pay him a visit.
Glad you've a moment for me. My, predicament has become rather urgent. I need a magical artifact to consume. Right now. We've already found enough magic to soothe its disquiet. If you'll just give me what I need.
Okay. I mean, we already told him that we were going to give it to him. Let's see here.
Bloody racket.
This one, I think.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Aye, so
He
much
just needs that one,
fun
right?
Thank you.
that those thieves almost got past.
Okay.
We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing,
Whoa.
aye, might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Well, we're like literally in the middle of the Goblin Temple right now, so I'm glad you're feeling better. Your condition sounds unpleasant, to say the least.
It's not so bad once you get used to it. And
those thieves
plus
almost
side,
got past.
my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter.
Once the whelp starts singing,
Sincerely though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Don't mention it, I'm glad I could help.
My lady, I bow to your boundless kindness.
Alright, dude.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I think our narrator friend here had a lot of fun saying authority. We're not gonna use it because there's the boss in here, right? We're talking about got the what's his name? The frickin' jester, the Volo, right? He was talking about Ragzlin, I think his name is. That's I don't know what the skill check is on these. We'll just go for deception since it's our highest. Okay, that's not really good chances, but we got it anyway.
Right. Well, you ain't the first foreign type, I suppose. Gonna have to be a bit more specific though, mate. Absolute's got a few favourites around here. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragslin, or the Drow?
Well, I guess see, I told you. Oh, excuse me. Here for Ragslin.
Well, look. Big Boots here has an appointment with Draw Ragslin himself. Throne room's at the back. He's communing, mind, so step soft. Bloody racket.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Not your usual haunt, I take it?
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
Okay. Let's make a save here. We will call it the Goblin entrance. Oh, actually, I just remembered, I just saw an article the other day talking about how here there is right this feature, karmic dice. So it says here that karmic dice avoid failure streaks while keeping the results mostly random. I think that that sounds good on paper, but from what I read, what I saw was that not only does it avoid failure streaks for you, so like when you're rolling like in combat, it also works for the AI. And so I think so what the article said, I think it was by Polygon, they said that some Redditor, some player in the early access tested it on like over 1,300 rolls, and they found out that you could take up to like over 400% more damage during combat. Now, obviously, you would be missing more too, but you know, you'd be also taking a lot more damage. So we're gonna actually turn that off. Also, because like fail streaks doesn't really matter to me. It's not that big of a deal. We like to keep it random, so it's more like apparently it's like more true to the tabletop D&D. So go ahead and just override our save there, so we don't have to change that again later.
How do we get closer to her?
Do what us true souls command.
Smells like burnt flesh in
Spill
here.
the blood of non-believers.
At least give me a sword! We want you dead, you dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic. Get down there and stop complaining! Another outsider come to see the boss? Mind your manners now, or he'll throw you in the pit. Get down there and stop complaining! Ah!
Unless you like big, bristling, hairy legs, I wouldn't go down there, mate. That's the spider pit.
Okay, well, if we ever get thrown down there, what I'll probably do, because I know that some people have, you know, arachnophobia, is I will, like, let you know when we go to fight them. I'll probably, like, put in a section where it's, like, telling you, hey, there's spiders up ahead. And that, because I saw in another video someone did something similar, so I'd like to emulate that. Just accommodate to people. Try to stay away because there's spiders down there. My fiance has arachnophobia, so I can definitely understand how bad it can get for some people. There we go. Found Baldur, excellent.
I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the absolute.
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
If it isn't another true soul.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
Buddy the corpse, was this the mind flayer that tortured you?
This mind flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute.
I just realized I had like teeth in
Squiddy
between
had a
tentacles.
weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp.
Oh.
Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp.
guess we should leave then.
Your skull sizzles with Ragslin's displeasure. His mouth is still, but you hear his demand.
I speak for the Absolute, and I say, you stay.
Seems to me you've got an audience already.
I've got plans for you, lass. And there's no true soul yet who turned their back on the Absolute.
Alright, bro, we'll stay. Go on with the ceremony.
You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse, speak and say sooth. Lucan ok, al koldek, shulkok hex.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer.
Do a wisdom check. Dig into Ragslin's mind and control the interrogation. Don't let me down. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. Oh, I'm always talking too soon. Please, an inspiration here. That's even worse. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like getting into a battle right now. We're gonna use another inspiration. Oh my goodness. Alright.
Ragslin's mind resists your penetration. He speaks his first question.
Talk to me, you freak. Who killed you?
The creature responds, not in words, but memories. You see a clawed hand open a holding pod, devoid of flesh, only darkness.
Damn it! That tells me nothing!
The memory fades, and the corpse awaits the next question.
Well, I mean, that wasn't too bad. Let him continue questioning then.
Tell me who killed you, freak! No games!
Again, a vision comes to you. A memory, seen through the creature's soul-dead eyes. You see a clawed hand opening a holding pod. The murk clears to reveal a face. Yours.
Oh.
Can't be. You're no true soul.
Wait. But all the evidence points against this option. But it's a mistake. I'm a true soul, remember? We connected. Yeah. That's the same freaking roll. Unbelievable. I don't think there's any turning back from here. We're gonna have to use our last inspiration. Ah, now we get it. See, there's the two we were looking for last time. And the time before that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're a real true soul. I felt it.
He's glitching.
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it. And nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all that glory. Like I said, I got plans for you. Report to the Drow. Minthar is the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her.
Consider it done.
Praise the Absolute.
I just realized I had green eyes.
Prizes for guessing what this weapon thereafter really is.
Honors
The
you
artifact.
and slays her enemies. Choose fertilize.
Well, seems like we leveled up here, which is pretty nice. But I think that'll be a good stopping point for this episode. In the next episode, we'll get into trying to find where Halsin is. I think he's in here. They said he's in the pits. I can only imagine it's around here somewhere. I guess we'll rescue Volo since he's right there. But yeah, we'll jump into that in the next episode. So thank you guys very much for coming to watch. Again, just like always, if you guys like the video, please feel free to drop a like, comment down, and subscribe for more content. Alright, I appreciate you guys, and have a great day.